Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Today, I'm going to talk about having bipolar disorder. And for those of you out there that are a family or loved one, or I should say, have a loved one that have it, is there anything you can do to make matters less intense? Okay. Well, here's the deal. No one except for another person with bipolar disorder understands what we go through. The extreme highs and the extreme lows. It sounds like the highs could be kind of fun, and they are until they're not. But it's really hard on our family and friends. And you know what? It's even harder on us because we have to live it every single day. So for me, every day I wake up and I go, okay, another day, put your foot forward and, just deal with this. But I do have some suggestions, as far as what might help, your family and friends, how to deal with you if you are cycling or if you're entering a relationship and you've mentioned to the other person that you're bipolar. Here are some things that you might suggest. Number one, there's really no talking down a person with bipolar disorder, or I should say, also bringing them up. It's really hard. When we're manic, it's not the same as a person that's a little drunk or something. It's very hard to get through to us, and so a good idea, a good approach, in my opinion, to do is after, and this is assuming that you've talked to this person and the other person knows that you have this illness, is to just, maybe calmly remind the person, hey, I think you're manic. Do you think that maybe you should, get some, extra help right now? Or do you think you should just sit down and take some deep breaths? I know that sounds really simple, and it really doesn't get rid of mania, and medication gets rid of mania, but it's better than blowing up at the person who's in a manic episode and just like freaking out or trying to say snap out of it when we're in a depressive episode. People in my past have like walked in literally and said, get out of it, snap out of it. It's not that easy. If it was, so many people wouldn't end up ending their lives and ruining and giving a lot of stress to their families and friends, which is super unfortunate. But, even though having bipolar is a real hindrance, we also have some awesome qualities. We're bright, we're funny a lot of the time and empathetic. And, as long as we're making an effort to do our part, give us a chance. Don't throw us out yet. Okay, what is next? Now, let's talk about triggers. Triggers are, in my opinion, as a bipolar patient, like the bane of my existence. They're really difficult. Between my having bipolar and my PTSD, it seems like I'm always ducking and diving, one or the other. And you know what? As a person with bipolar, you pay attention to your triggers and what kind of sets you off or gets your heart racing or gets you in a funk or whatever. Knowing your triggers is a big help, and it will help you, to avoid them. And if you can avoid them, do so. I mean, if there's a certain person that, just rubs you the wrong way and, it's not an immediate close person, don't deal with that person. Those are avoidable triggers. But what happens if you have a person in your life that's very close to you who is a trigger? That is not as easy. And I'll give you an example. My own situation is that my son he's grown, but my son is a trigger. And he's capable of making me feel like this big because he grew up with me. And so, and that's always kind of like his card to play, is that, you know, he has this damaged mother. And so, but it puts an enormous amount of guilt on me and makes me feel really, really bad. Now he's my son. I can't just, you know, write him out of my life. But still, it's really hard. So give us some credit, you know, if we have something in our life that's extra hard, be patient. You know, we'll get through it. Just stick with us. All right. So I think I've covered about everything I wanted to cover today. Just remember, people with bipolar disorder, or having bipolar disorder, I should say, you know, we're very lovable. We're totally able to be in relationships. Don't be afraid of us. You know, we're fun, we're smart, we're bright. I'm a little biased, but anyway, it's not all bad. It's not all as scary. And remember, we're the ones going through it. So give us some credit, and once in a while, give us a pat on the back, because it means more than you know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you like it, please like and subscribe right down there, and ring the bell if you want to be. I wouldn't ring the bell personally. I don't like hearing the bell ring. But anyway, thank you very much for being here today, and we'll see you next time.